What's up, Facebook Live? Nice to see you all. Instagram, what is going on, people? Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, wherever in the world you are tuning in from. Nice to see you all here. I'll give you just a moment to go ahead and join us. As you are tuning in, as always, I'd love to know, number one, where you're tuning in from. Number two, let me know three things you're grateful for today. Let's see, Emerald, what's up? Lots of names I can't say. But welcome. Let's see. Good morning from Australia. What's up, Asmath? California in the house. What's up, people? Nice to see you. Long time. It is a long time. Nice to see you from the UK. Welcome back. Raymond, what's up, buddy? On vacation in Orlando. Very cool. So today's topic on our 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge is day number 81, which is self-soothing, how to get back to sanity. And the question here is, what are your triggers? What are the things that set you off? What's up from Toronto? Grateful for your health. Nice to see it. Let's see, Western Australia here. Janice, welcome. Kat, what's up? Oklahoma in the house. Audrey, welcome back. Natalie, grateful for today. Janice from Nashville. All right. Emerald from Sydney, Australia. What's up? So let's see. Again, as we're tuning in, today is day number 81. We're talking about self-soothing, bringing yourself back to sanity. And what we're looking for is, what are your triggers? To give you a little bandwidth with this one, I just got done doing, where did I just put my binder? Oh, there it is. I just got done doing level 1 clinical training of the Gottman method, which is very cool. They're a research-based couples, marriage and family therapy, counseling and therapy group who has some amazing, who has some amazing research around what makes the difference between masters and disasters of relationship. And there's lots of stuff I'll be sharing. We are definitely creating a relationship program in the next few months, quarters, year, maybe. I'm not sure what the timeline is yet, but we're definitely creating one. And so we're gathering lots of information. I'm working on my personal PhD on the topic. So gathering lots of resources, gathering lots of info, learning a ton, practicing a ton, applying a ton. I've been doing this now for 5, 6, 7 years. In the process of gathering all this info on relationships and practicing it with my wife consistently. People talk about wanting to have a great relationship, but then I ask them, do you study it? Do you practice it? Do you take courses on it? Do you learn about it? Do you research it? Then you apply it? Are you living it? Are you practicing it? Are you putting it in motion? Are you giving yourself enough time to suck at it so that you become okay at it and eventually become good at it and then eventually become great or outstanding at it? Are you allowing yourself the time to practice? I was just studying imago therapy a few weeks ago, and my wife was teasing me because she says my voice changes when she says something, and I go, oh, it sounds like, and she's like, see, you did it again. Your voice changed. And I start laughing. I'm like, hey, thanks for giving me permission to suck at this because I'm new. I have not practiced this a long time. I am new at this imago therapy stuff. And thank you for giving me the space to kind of suck at it long enough to become good or become great. And I thank you for that. And she laughed. She goes, I know. It's okay. Keep practicing. You'll get better. And we laugh. Today's topic is self-soothing, bringing you back to sanity. And the question is, what triggers you? So I'm going to start with this. According to my notes, if the heart rate, so if you're talking to someone you're in a relationship with, and let me widen this a little, if you're talking to someone that you're in an intimate relationship with, which is where the research shows, if you're talking to someone that you're in business relationship with, or you're talking to one of your clients or customers. So let's widen this so it relates to lots more people here, because some of you, how many of you, real quick, in the comment section, how many of you are single? How many of you are married? How many of you are dating? Just so I know who's here, so I can kind of tailor this a little. Throw it in there. Single, dating, married. Just throw that in the comment section. So I see what the majority of people are here. I'll give it a couple seconds to see where everyone's at. Isaac is single. Linda is single. married, dating. We got single, married and happy, single, de facto, dating, married, dating. Okay. So we've got a whole blend here. So let's widen it. Let's just say this is have in any relationship is specifically your intimate relationship. For those of you who are single, scroll back, see if there's anyone cute, talk to each other, see what happens. Just kidding. We'll do it if you want to. Married, very nice. And so let's say you're in a conversation with someone, you're in an intimate relationship, or you're in a conversation with a business partner or even a friend here. You're in a relationship, and let's say a certain topic gets brought up, a certain person, a certain topic, certain concept, certain idea. The moment, if we were measuring your heart rate, so I use, this little Fitbit guy, which shows my heart rate is currently, where I'm at, 67 beats per minute. I also use Whoop, which is charging right now, but that one keeps track of it. But if we were measuring your ongoing heart rate in that moment, and you were having a discussion, and a topic came up that triggered you, meaning it's about to send you into fight or flight, it's about to take away your conscious ability to be here and now present, and it's going to jar you into a memory, it's going to jar you into something. What'll happen is, if you're an average normal person, the moment your heartbeat goes above 95 beats per minute. So if mine all of a sudden jumped from 71 beats to 95 beats a minute, I'm what they call flooded or triggered. And what that means is I'm no longer my best self. I'm now operating at a fight or flight. I'm now reacting. I'm now just triggered and defending or reacting or fighting or trying to prove my point or trying to do something. There's a way to measure this with your breathing patterns as well if you use Spire, the little device that tracks your breath patterns. But let's just say you're doing just your heart rate. So if you all of a sudden it jumps over 95, you're triggered or you're flooded, is what they say. If you're in really, really good shape, it might be if it goes above 80 or 95. Certainly if it goes above 100, you're flooded. You're absolutely triggered. Now what that means is, according to their research, on average, it takes about 20 minutes of self-soothing to get back to the place where you can consciously hear and process the other person again. So the way that they studied this is they put people in what they call their love lab, which is an apartment, had a bunch of cameras everywhere, and they hooked them up to heart rate monitors, they hooked them up to blood pressure monitors, they hooked them up to sweaty palm monitors so they could measure all their biometrics. And what they found was, when they started talking about a heated subject, something that triggered them, something that upset them, something that frustrated them, whether it's in the past, present, or future, just something that upset them, the moment their heart rate shot up like this, the person was flooded and triggered. And then they would ask them to say, now that you're triggered, how can we help them come back down from this? And so there's a series of ways that we learn that can help people come back down from this. But what landed up happening that was really important is they needed to separate to allow themselves to come back down to human or whole or presence in this moment in order to continue to converse with each other and actually hear each other. Otherwise, if they do not come back to sanity, what ends up happening is they're literally in fight or flight. So what they're doing is only defending what they know. I understand what you're saying. Now, they might comprehend the words. They might hear the words you said, but they're not understanding. They're not empathizing. They're not connecting any longer. They're triggered. They're out of it. And so what happens is, what are the topics that trigger you most often is the first question. And are you aware? The first piece is awareness. Are you aware when you're triggered? Magnus says ice cold showers are the best form to reset and come back to myself. Absolutely. It's beautiful. It's one way. There's lots of ways. There's breathing patterns. There's, physical muscle relaxation patterns you can use. There's hypnosis patterns. There's thought processes. There's going for a walk. There's lots of ways. Ice cold shower is my favorite because it's instant. But the key with today is, what I'd love to challenge you to do is I'd love you to take out a pen and paper and write down, what are the topics that trigger you most often? And I want you to become sensitive and aware of the next time you're triggered. meaning your heart rate jumps above 80, 95, or 100 during a normal conversation. I want you to identify it. I want you to go, oh, shoot, it got me. I'm hooked. And then I want you to make a choice to self-soothe. Women are better at this. Your body is made to naturally self-soothe after one of these moments because your body is not able to give breast milk if you are triggered, if you're hooked, if you're in fight or flight. Therefore, for the sake of humanity and keeping us humans alive, your body will naturally help you self-soothe to get back to sanity so that you're able to take care of the little ones. Us guys are not so good at this. Number one, we're not good at recognizing when we're triggered. And number two, it takes us a little bit longer to self-soothe because we don't practice this as often. So anyone, I'll give you these few tips. Number one, here's the first thing you can do if you catch yourself being triggered. Go take a 3-minute ice cold shower and reset your nervous system. It will blast the thoughts out of your head. It'll blast your body. You will not be able to breathe real well, and you'll come back and go, and you'll be back to whole. Number two, you could do something my dad taught me, which is an emotional flood, meaning go to your corner and flood in all the things you love about this person, all the things you appreciate about this person, all the things that are beautiful about this person, all the things you admire about this person, all the things you're curious about this person. The moment you first met them, the moment you knew you loved them, the moment, and all the things you care about them. Just flood yourself for 5 minutes of one thing after the next thing, after the next thing, with your favorite loving music on, and reflood the other way. That's another way to do it. Number three, I want you to practice just simple breathing. And I'll give you a technique. It's take a deep, long, slow breath in. At the very top, suck a little more air in. And then hold it and squeeze everything. Squeeze, squeeze, squeeze. And count to 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then drop. Go. Drop your head. Drop your diaphragm. Let out all the air at once. Do that 3 times in a row. Reset your vagus nerve. It resets your whole peripheral nervous system. Then there's number 3. Now, there's lots of other ways to do it. Number 4, take a walk. Go out in nature, walk and breathe. It'll reset your nervous system. But I'm going to stop with those 4, and I'm going to let you come back tomorrow on day number 82 and tell me what other ways help you to self-soothe and get back to whole, whether it's journaling, whether it's alone time, whether it's exercise, whether it's community time, whether it's nothing time. There's lots of ways people get back to whole, but I want to know what your way is tomorrow on our chat here. But today is all about recognizing when you're hooked, recognizing when you're triggered, acknowledging the fact it got you, and then choosing to then separate for a moment and get back to sanity, get back to whole. Now, whatever way you want to get back to whole is up to you, but put this in motion. See what happens. See if you can catch it. See if you can reset it. Remember the trigger, or I'm sorry, the tell, if you've done it, your heart rate jumps over 80, 95, or 100. From a normal resting heart rate, it shoots all the way up all of a sudden, which means you're hooked. And that's the point where you go, uh-oh, I need to calm back down. I need to go self-soothe. So have fun with this, kick some butt, tag someone who needs to see this, please. More people need to see stuff like this so it helps them. And I will see you guys tomorrow for day number 82 of our 100-day personal performance and business growth challenge. See y'all soon.